and everyone you know to this Slovenia versus Denmark soccer party. You can take either side. Doesn't matter to me. You want to be a fan of Slovenia? Be a fan of Slovenia. You want to be a fan of Denmark? Be a fan of Denmark. I don't really have a horse in this race, but I will tell you, my horse in this race is let's have a good soccer game. A good, exciting soccer game in which the men of Denmark do noble battle against the men from Slovenia to determine who has the better soccer players. Happy Sunday to you. We're going to have a lovely time together this morning, watching soccer, commenting on soccer, thinking about soccer, everything soccer today. Because, even after this upcoming game between Denmark and Slovenia, there's another game between England and Serbia. England is more commonly known perhaps as the land of the Ings. Why, good morning, Winston's mom. I've got my hard hat on because we're doing the important work of watching soccer this morning. You can't watch soccer with a soft hat and expect everything to just be fine. That's what they call lying to yourself. I'm giving this plant some more water. Trying to just water the living heck out of it. In hopes that the living heck is sufficient watering for this plant. Anyhow, I will put up a poll here pretty soon asking the important question, who will win, Slovenia or Denmark? So, if you've got a strong opinion about that, don't worry. I will ask you to vote on that question shortly. Just doing a little early morning watering. Let's see how well that works. We've got about 45 minutes yet until the watering. These guys here, it's like I've got two plants and one right next to each other, and the one on the right especially seems to be struggling to get enough water consistently. So I'm super double, triple watering it in hopes that does the job. Just come out and let the water go for a while, a few times during the day. And then the problem, I think, is this clay. The clay that it's planted in is so thick with clay that the water doesn't penetrate down to the bottom very well. So, anyway, it's we're fairly early in the day here. We're just getting started. I did already watch one full soccer game, though. I watched Poland lose a heartbreaker to the Netherlands. Poland played a good game, but we're clearly, it was pretty clear that the Netherlands was the better squad. But it was a 1-1 game for most of the game, and then the Netherlands finally broke through the stout Polish defense. And Poland found itself on the losing end of a 2-1 scoreboard. kitty. There's some more food for you. Hi, Jeremiah Fix. Well, when I finally graduate from a training bra to a regular bra, I might consider burning it. But right now, I can just make do with just a training bra or a sports bra. Because I'm just not that chesty. I'm not that chesty, but I am your bestie. Hi, my name's Eric, and I'm the internet's only YouTube channel. Welcome to Talking to Fans People. If you're here for a soccer game, well, it starts in about 40 minutes, so we're killing a little time until then. We're pre-gaming the soccer, you know. We're pre-gaming the soccer with some festive beverage, namely coffee. What could be more festive than that? Did you think I was going to say eggnog? No. Not eggnog. Hello, Jeremiah Fix. You are just too obsessed with eggnog. That's what I've always said about you. If there's one person I know who needs to drink a lot less eggnog, it's Jeremiah Fix. I've always said that. Hi, huge fan. Well, most of my friends died in war, and I'm the last standing person with 7 others. That doesn't make you the last standing, okay? That makes one of the last 8. You need to count better, mister. I'm looking for big things from Christian Eriksen on the Denmark side, apparently. As well as stuff from Jonas Wind and Rasmus Hodgland. Not to mention Danish goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel. Schmeichel? Is that his last name? Kasper Schmeichel. I'm expecting big things from Kasper Schmeichel today. All right, let's pull up the chat on the big screen here. This coffee's delicious. This coffee's delicious. Seth Stevenson, welcome. My favorite animal is the pig. Feminism, Jeremiah Fix, is the belief that we should all become ladies. Special, tender, precious ladies. That's what I am. For me, feminism means someday getting my period. For me, feminism means I have ovaries and they matter. For me, feminism means it's okay for me to carry a purse as long as it says Black & Decker on it. That's what makes my purse so manly, see? And this is a manly purse, even though it's filled with dolls. That's feminism, okay, in a nutshell. Blinker boy, you need to get the blink out of here with your blinking, okay? Get out of here, Baldy. Get out of here. Today's stream is not about blinking, okay? Today's stream is about soccer. It's a little sport called SOCCER, soccer. Get it through your blinkety blink that we're talking about soccer and feminism today. I'm explaining the ways of feminism. I'm tired of needing my husband's permission to do things. And my mom got so mad. My mom was an early feminist because technically she outranked my dad in the military, even though she was a civilian. And but she couldn't get officer stuff, and she still had to get her husband's permission for stuff. This was way back in the early '60s, you know, and she was furious about it. I'm gonna not do a blinker, but I'm gonna pull bong rips to just chill with. I don't even have Rachel's vape, so there's no way I can blink anything. It's a silly idea. Okay, you anti-Semitic meow. You're on timeout. Ask me about feminism, Dean Pryor, because I'm the expert of everything. I am what you might call the gauge of all knowing. Actually, you barely know anything. Shut up, Rebecca. I do too now. I'm not a communist. Real feminism was never about equality. Nothing good's about equality, right? Equality is not a principle, it's an outcome. You got to be principled. Real feminism was always about individualism, autonomy, the power and legitimacy of each individual to have agency for themselves. No, this is a capitalist hard hat, believe me. Equalities are most ghetto virtue. I wouldn't even call it a value, you know. It's just a virtue. No, I didn't get my Adderall. I'm just done with Sleepy Week. I think that's ridiculous, Deft Artisan. Feminism is not an example of immature masculinism or something. How dumb can you get? What a dumb idea. Tony on and in. Hello, how are you? Can you smoke some of this? Yes. Happy Father's Day to me and all the other fathers out there. Good job, everybody, for impregnating somebody. Equality can only possibly make a virtue, never a value, because it's an outcome, not a principle. Whereas autonomy or agency, promotion of the individual, that's a principle you can apply. That's what you might call a value criterion. Equality is just a way of measuring outcomes. Yeah, politics is doomed nowadays anyway. I agree, Christian condemning. Might as well just put on some country music. But what I really want to put on, first of all, let me congratulate you, Christian Condemi. I will admit I was rooting for Albania, but you guys looked pretty good. You didn't look as good as Spain, I'll tell you that. Spain looked really good, but Italy is the defending champions. I'll admit, Christian Condemi, that I talk a little shit about how Italians fake being hurt so much when they play soccer. It seems like you Italians like to fall down and roll around more than anybody with your, oh, my leg, oh my God, oh, give me some spaghetti, my leg is hurt. It's like nonstop with you guys. But anyway, you still look pretty good yesterday. You certainly looked better than Albania. Today I've already watched the first game. The Netherlands looked a lot better than Poland, but Poland, they had their chances. It was 1-1 till late in the game until finally the Netherlands won. I love international soccer tournaments. La morte mi trovera vivo. We have to see what that means. Looks like the death of something. The death of my mia life. Let's translate that. The Azzurre, I believe they're called. The Italian soccer team. The Azzurre. Death will find me alive. It's the same idea as I'm defying death. Like, try to find me, death. I'm looking up here on, what is this site? Wordreference.com language forums. What a better translation of it would be than death will find me alive, which is a strange expression, right? Death will find me alive. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know exactly what that would mean, but apparently it's basically saying, try to find me, Grim Reaper, because I'm hiding over here behind this pillar. I'm being coquettish. Happy Father's Day, big dog. If you're a father, if you aren't a father, happy Father's Day anyway. I am a father. I expect at some point today my daughter will probably call me and say Happy Father's Day. I know that Rachel is planning to call her father. We've got less than 30 minutes until kickoff for Slovenia versus Denmark. So I'm going to ask a poll. Who will win? Slovenia or Denmark? Who will win? This time I'll remember to include draw as an option. Slovenia, Denmark, draw. The correct answer is Denmark. If you're a betting person, you should be betting on Denmark, obviously, in this game, if all things were equal. There's an African proverb. I like this proverb a lot. When death finds you, may it find you alive. That's a great proverb. I like that a lot. Well, obviously, you hear some unhinged people saying some unhinged shit. Like, Rachel was watching some YouTube video last night that it was like somebody reacting to some other nonsense on YouTube, and the person that was being reacted to was saying, if you are a person of color and hanging out with people of color, and you're gonna bring a white friend along, you need to just just do that. You need to ask explicit permission because they might not, even though you're comfortable with that, they might not be comfortable with that. Which I thought was like, what is Rachel listening to here? Anyway, people say crazy, unhinged shit, right? Because people love groups. Good morning, Jonathan Carpenter, and happy Father's Day to you too. Whether you are a father or you have a father, happy Father's Day. If neither, still happy Father's Day. I'm not on any Adderall, Quentin T. I don't get it until Tuesday. Tomorrow I got to call it into my doctor and then I'll get it on Tuesday. I wish I were on Adderall, but I'm totally not. I am, however, post Adderall. Like I finished my bottle and then I slept for about a week. Now I'm back to kind of my normal self. Dang, I got some school buses ATM. What are school buses? I don't know what that means. Well, I mean, it's definitely on my mind. Like, Wegovy. Sure, I want to take Jardians, but now I want to take Wegovy too. Jardians is a commercial that really, it's a drug that really makes you dance, do all kinds of things. But Wegovy is also they're having a great time. They're walking down the street. Everybody is. Hey, are you on Wegovy too? I'm on Wegovy too. I'm painting this horrible picture. Oh, I'm going to join you walking. Let me show you. I want to show you what happens here. You see, these people, they're just doing stuff, whatever, right? But before you know it, they're walking down the street. They just can't help it because of their Wegovy that they're on. This guy's on Wegovy. Look at this. I want to show you this. This lady, she's painting, right? She's painting this horrible picture. But then, after these guys fix this car, what do you do? I use a screwdriver. Oh, I feel so satisfied. Now, though, instead of doing that, we're going to walk down the street. I was operating this record store. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm going to just start walking down the street. Hey, you're on Wegovy too? We're all on Wegovy. I love it. I was painting this horrible picture. Fuck it. I'm just going to start walking down the street because I'm on Wegovy. I'm on Wegovy. Wegovy makes you walk. They should call it Wegovy down the street. Sasha, you don't get any inheritance. I'm only black from the waist down, BBS drip fi. Danky my paw. I got to get on Wegovy. That's what I need to do. If I were on Wegovy, I'd walk down the street a lot more than I currently do. Hey, are you on Wegovy too? It's so good to see you. Let's be on Wegovy together. Wegovy makes you walk down the street. Jardiance makes you dance. Hi, Ryan Opina. I want, Sashi, the one thing I need to settle in court is I now have taken the belief that my biological father was actually Lou Alcindor, who would become Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Makes sense. I believe he traveled on a trip to Los Angeles in July of 1970 when he seduced and had sex with my mom, which is why I'm taller, considerably taller than both of my parents. Ryan Opina says, I was just scrolling on live stream and just getting bored. You know, there's a channel I am just obsessed with, so much so that I made this one thing my ringtone on my phone yesterday. I'm gonna tell you what it's called. I'm gonna play a little bit of it for you. My favorite YouTube channel. It's called Ryan Jonas. Okay. But to find it, you'll probably have to put a filter channel. Right? And even then, it's the third one down. It's got 277 subs. The picture of it is Thomas the Tank Engine. All right. So this channel, Ryan Jonas. Okay, most of the things on the channel are these horrible, dumbass videos of planes taking off. But that's not all there is on this channel. The other thing on this channel is Julie. And Julie is just my favorite, okay? Julie is God's gift to Earth. I don't know where Julie has been all my life. This is Julie, okay? So, okay.
What's the matter, Julie? Are you all right, Phew? I'm panting from all that running, and I've got something urgent to tell you. A intercontinental ballistic missile containing a nuclear warhead is going to hit the UK. It was Vladimir Putin who said it.
Listen, Julie, Mr. Putin will never do such a thing. I had already dismissed his nuclear threat when I was talking to Keir Starmer.
No, I don't care if you dismissed the threat. And Mr. Putin made his spokesperson.
I absolutely love Julie. No, I don't want to hear any more from you. Get out of here. This is.
Even because of him not letting him touch the nuclear button.
That is true, Julie. That.
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
Julie she's just the best.
I went to the Kremlin where he told me about our intercontinental ballistic missile and launched it. The missile.
So anyway, I could not more strongly recommend Julie. Julie's nightmare is this particular video, but Julie is featured in several videos on this channel. I strongly recommend Julie's nightmare. Why are you always saying sorry? No, Winston's mom and I have not met in real life, but we've talked on video conference briefly before. It's me, Yinka. Hi, Yinka. How's it going? Hi, Ali, Raki. Ali, Raki, sup? Bro gods. My guy, how have you been? I've been fine. How have you been, bro gods? we've got just about 17 minutes until the country of Slovenia battles the country of Denmark in the sport of soccer. That's why this is called Big Soccer in Little China. How do I get over an infatuation or a crush? Well, I'd say replace it with a different person. Have I watched the new Inside Out? No, I have not. Poor Bro Gods is working on Father's Day. Are you a father? Or just a son? Or both. Could be both. That could be my next poll. Are you a father, a son, or neither? What if I want good advice? I like this girl and I know it'll never be. Well, why do you know it'll never be? I'm the father of one. So between us, we get 3 Father's Days. I think I should get 1.5 and you should get 1.5. That's fair. Sashu, I don't believe you necessarily don't have a chance with this chick. Maybe you're just not. See you later, Ryan Opina. Maybe you're just not playing it cool enough. Maybe you just need to up your riz a bit, you know? Just be like, girl, as if you could be so lucky as to get on this jock. Just be like that, and then she'll be putty in your hands. That's what girls want to hear. Oh my gosh, I'm putty in his jock. And that's how she became putty in my crotch. Well, it's better for her to become putty in your crotch than for you to become putty in her crotch. Well, at least it depends on when, I guess, you become putty in her crotch. If you're already done, it's fine. I feel like everyone hates me on streaming and people in my life because I get high and like to be open sexually sometimes. Well, those things don't make me hate you at all, Jonathan Carpenter. They don't make me hate you. The first one doesn't make me anything except like go, oh, well, that guy's into whatever drugs he's into, you know. The second one makes me say, well, this guy's, you know, interested in things that I'm not interested in. Putty in the crotch, yeah. What am I then? I'm Eric, host of Talking to Spanish People, the internet's only YouTube channel. And what are you? What are you, Selena Girl 69? I'm guessing you must be 69 years old. Is that why you use that number? That's my only theory that I have. Let's put a little bit of cutlets out. Hi, Alex R.A. What's up, Eric, the master of the salvation? Oh, there's a, what was that? A hummingbird? Yeah. Salvation of the washing machine. Not the salvation of the washing machine. Okay. It is true that I'm feeling in the last few days unusually prone to having Rachel get stuck in the washing machine. Here you go, Mr. Squirrel. Yeah. Yes, we love your cutlets so much. So if you were here yesterday, you know that we had a problem the night before where animals were trying, some kind of animal, probably a raccoon, was trying to get into our trash can. It did get into it, actually. Rachel sleeps with her windows open, so she heard it outside and woke up and walked downstairs to tell me about it, which was enough to scare away the thing. So it didn't get to be too big of a mess, fortunately. But that's why my trash cans are in the garage now until tomorrow. As you see, we've got an immediate cutlet. The immediate cutlet taker. Your ATP dad used to feed the squirrels as well. I like feeding the squirrels. Squirrel number 2. We also got blue jay and one of these orange and black birds. The blue jay, of course, is being a dick. That's what blue jays are. They're the dicks of the bird world. You see him keep pushing that other bird away. Just let him have his seeds too. He wants cutlets too, you know. Everybody loves cutlets. This is the super ratty looking squirrel. He looks really tore up, you know. Whereas that squirrel looks nice and clean. Okay, is it time? Well, we got about 8 minutes left until the soccer game starts. But at least we have plenty of woodland friends enjoying their cutlets. Looks like Denmark all right. They will say I'm hating and you'll say I'm imagining it. I'm not saying you're imagining anything. I'm telling you that it's true that, like, your open sexualness is not, I'm not receptive to it at all. That doesn't make me hate you at all. I will be watching the Serbia game later, Moderatzi Sound. Yes, I've been to Europe. Been to multiple places in Europe. Well, I'll tell you what. Now you don't have to experience it for the next 10 minutes, Boba Fett. I've been to England. I've been to Austria. I've been to Italy. I've been to Russia. I've been to the airport in Finland. I don't know if that really counts. I've been to England. Did I say England? I think that might be it for Europe. I've been to China. I've been to Taiwan. I've been to Canada. I've been to Mexico. That might be it for the countries. What job did I have? I was a competition flow debate coach for most of my career. I was director of a school for a while. I had my own school for a while. If you want to travel weed in planes just for personal use, how do you do it? Well, as long as I'm traveling within the country, it's not a problem because I'm allowed to travel out of California with weed, and you'll get searched leaving airports from. So it's like if I wanted to fly to New York with weed, no problem. If I'm assuming New York's still illegal. I don't really know, but now that they've federally reclassified it, it might be even less of a big deal, regardless. But I don't know. The point is, you get searched going onto the plane, not coming off of the plane. So it's not a problem to fly weed out of California with you, as long as it's not a shit ton of it. If you just got like a head stash. You think Serbia or France will win the Euros? My pick is Spain. I think Spain's the team that Spain looked fantastic against a game Croatia squad. And that Croatia squad was a lot better than any of the other good teams that have played so far played against. You do whatever you want, Jonathan Carpenter. You do whatever you want, okay? I'm not telling you to do this or that. I am just saying what is and is not and such, you know. Angie Khaled says, wait, are you famous? I unfortunately am not famous, although I should be. Acacia's here. Acacia in the house. Black Afghano says, hi, where are you? I am in California, Mariposa County, California, home to Yosemite National Park. That's the one with the rock climbing, not the one with the geysers. Let's clarify that because people often get confused. Okay, well, hi, Chris. Hi, Aya. Is that your phone number? I don't want to call you. I have no idea who you are and don't want to call you. So now they're doing this strange thing that they do with soccer, where all the soccer players line up and each of them has a child in front of them. I was talking about this yesterday. It's like, why do you all have a child in front of you? Just what's the deal with this? Just do we need to have a bunch of children walk in with the soccer players? Why? Just seems weird to me, you know. Where did I leave my coffee? How did I lose my coffee? That seems weird to me too. Now all the children are like holding hands and running off the field together, like some sort of old-fashioned Sound of Music play or something. Oh, Look at the little children playing with the soccer. Oh, it's like that. No, I'm not famous. I do play. My favorite video game, I think, is fair to say, is Goat Simulator. I do like Goat Simulator. I think it's a good game. Maybe I'll play a little Goat Simulator later. Don't worry, Woodland friends. I just came out for a second to get my coffee. I didn't mean to startle you away from your cutlets. Anyway, if you've never played Goat Simulator, it's pretty great. It's exactly like being a goat. I'll just hit the like button. Is this lower stack FE? I guess time to go. Jonathan Carpenter, I don't know what it is you expect here, whether it's this or that or the other thing. It's just probably the problem is reality here is blander than you think it is. It's just this bland and boring around here. It's not a commentary on you or me, really. It's just how it is. Okay, there. Losing things left and right. Okay, so I'm not hip to all your lingo. My lingo in this instance was talking about the video game called Goat Simulator. If you've never played it, it's pretty great. I don't really like video games very much, but I do like Goat Simulator. Yes, I have one child. Her name is Delilah. And Goat Simulator is exactly what it sounds like. It's a game in which you simulate being a goat. You run around and you butt things with your goat head and you like knock people over and stuff. I don't know. It's fun. It's my kind of game. All right. It's very silly and simple game. It's not that simple, but it's kind of a silly game, you know. So I do have one child. She's 25 years old. And was just flicking by saying hi. Hi, Angie Khalid. Hi. And good job for you flicking and saying hi. Pahaper Gahurl and Bahoy. Have a good day. Peace and love to you as well, Angie Khalid. Okay. Now the game has begun. We're watching Slovenia in the all white play Denmark in the all red and what looks like a deconstructed candy striper uniform. This is just Slovenia's second UEFA tournament appearance, first since 2000. So Denmark, big favorites here. As I said before today's matches, I think if anybody's going to get upset today, it's going to be the British. But I don't think anybody's going to get upset today. I think the best chance to pull off the upset is to be pulled off by the Serbians over the English. Denmark, I think, is too good for Slovenia. I think Slovenia is not a very good team. They're going to struggle today with the Danes. Hi, Daniel Vaswani. Welcome to Slovenia versus Denmark soccer party, where we're always kicking soccer balls and playing soccer. All right. So, as I think we all predicted, just right out the gate, the Danes have basically all the possession, are looking the stouter squad here, stouter side, the more robust soccer threat on the international stage. In Slovenia's only other appearance in the year 2000, they were knocked out in the group stage. Soccer is a sport where people run around, they kick this ball to each other, try to kick it in a goal. It's like hockey, but slower. It's like hockey, but slower and for wimpier people. It's kind of like the pickleball of hockey. Soccer is the pickleball of hockey. Oh, you're talking about football? No, I'm watching soccer. Football is not until the fall. Unless you want to watch some dumb USFL, XFL thing. Hi, Barat Cesar. How's it going? So Denmark is just making Slovenia look like they barely know how to play soccer right now. But finally, Slovenia has a little bit of possession. They're running up the field trying to get to the Denmarkian, the Danish, the Denmarkian goal. But Denmark keeps taking the ball away from them. Yes, that's a falta. Falta. Oh, the ref gave him stern eyes. I'm looking at you, mister. You could get a red card for that. We didn't get any card at all. It's different because in the USA they call it that. Well, because obviously the reason soccer is called soccer is because what kind of ball do they play with? They play it with a soccer ball, therefore it's called soccer. The Denmarkese. All right, the Denmarkese. Oh, nice pass into the Slovenian box. Pow goes the Denmarkian player. Pow, he goes again. Offsides, says the side judge, whatever you call that. No, it's called a soccer ball. A football is that brown thing, kind of shaped like a pointy blimp. A blimp, but pointy on both sides. All right, well, you Euros can call it whatever you want. You can spend all day calling trucks lorries. You can call apartments flats. You can call, you can call baby carriages perambulators, whatever. You can call lots of things by wrong words. You do that all day. But I'm going to talk America talk, okay? Because I'm from America. Now, Slovenia has gotten possession of the soccer ball and is playing soccer. I know what it's called. I played soccer as a kid. It's a little kid sport, right? Like, T-ball and stuff. It's a sport for girls and little kids. But I actually really enjoy watching soccer. International soccer is, of course, the only soccer I watch. I don't bother watching MLS, which sounds more like some kind of neurological disorder than a sport. Okay. All right, Daniel Eswani. You're the first person who's convinced me that we should accept the name of soccer to be football because you've given me a better name for football, namely hand egg. Okay. If we're going to call it hand egg, fine. You win. I am down to call it hand egg. I think hand egg is a great name for American football. But until hand egg becomes broadly accepted as the name for American football, then we're going to have to stick with football and soccer. The kicker and the punter, yeah, that's who kicks the football in football. Hand dig butt touch is a good name for it. Hand dig butt touch. I want to watch some football in the morning and in the afternoon. I'm going to watch some hand dig butt touch. All right, back to the game. So the Denmarkians have had, I'd say, at least 80% possession of the ball. Okay, that's not even remotely funny. It's just horrible. The Denmarkians are once again in Slovenian territory. They're kicking the ball around like they barely have any opposition. They're winning the game so easily, even though the score is 0-0. It's like they're playing America. That's how bad the Slovenians are looking right now. Nevertheless, it's a tie game. It's like Denmark doesn't even have to run around to retain possession. Their guy will, come. All right, fine, that is a foul. Miami Int is the only good team. I don't even know barely who the MLS teams are. That's how little I care about MLS. You know, Copa America is starting next week. I saw them advertising U.S. versus Bolivia. I'm much less interested in Copa America than I am in the Euros here. I'll be watching all the games for the Euros. That's like basically the best teams in the World Cup are all the same teams that are in the Euros, except for Argentina and Brazil. It's, you know, you don't even need any teams except the European teams in the World Cup, except for Argentina and Brazil. And then you could have a perfectly good World Cup with nobody else but Europe and Argentina and Brazil. Slovenia finally has the ball. And they have the ball in the Danish half of the field. They've crossed the field, kicked it over to that guy. He's got the ball. They're trying to say, okay, kick it back to the midfield so we don't lose possession. And they do. They retain possession. I know. I think the U.S. women's team would beat the U.S. men's team. I agree with you, Anthony. I think that's a very good observation. Because in America, it is the case that soccer is a kid's sport or it's a girl sport, right? Like boys play soccer when they're little kids, if they aren't good at baseball, maybe until they get a little older and are ready to play football. But boys don't really play that much soccer. It's just a sport for little kids and for girls. But it's, I would say soccer is to football. Actually, more like soccer is to hockey as softball is to baseball. It's the girls' version of it. Who's my favorite NFL team? I like the 49ers, but I'm more of a college football fan than I am a. Anthony says Americans are so bad at world sports they had to create their own. Well, I mean, it is true that we came up with football, baseball, and basketball, which we're the best at. But we lost the World Baseball Classic to Japan. So we're not that great at tennis. That's like a world sport. We're pretty good at golf, though. That's a world sport. What else is a world sport? Yacht racing. I guess we're not that great at yacht racing. America's Cup. Even though it's called the America's Cup, there's nothing American about yacht racing. So international sports include soccer, golf, yacht racing, Formula One car racing. I guess horse racing is an international sport, right? Oh, Slovenia, you just cannot get even a single shot off, even when you are way down there near the Danish goal. Are we the best at bowling? Let's see. What other international sports are there? Rugby, cricket. They're dumb sports. Nobody cares about rugby and cricket. Rugby and cricket sounds like a kid's detective show. What do you say, Rugby? Well, I say the clues suggest the case of the missing cookies. That kind of thing, Oh, get it, Slovenia? Slovenia's got the ball. They're running down the field, y'all. Oh no, they gave it up again. Oh yeah, now they've got it now to win. Slovenia, go, go, go. Wow. Slovenia actually got a shot off, a shot on goal. It was saved by the Danish goalkeeper. The Danish defense actually had something to do. It's a miracle. Slovenia gets a shot. Oh, it's not quite on goal. It was just wide. It would have been saved had it been on goal, but it was pretty close. It's called hand egg butt touch, Anthony. Get it right, okay? Hand egg butt touch is the best sport, but it does have a pretty strange name. Slovenia, you are not very good at soccer compared to the Danish people. Oh, goal! 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 The Danes just scored a goal. Well, right, but it's also, it's not nearly as brutal. I think that the most impressive toughness game is actually hockey, probably. The Danes. Denmark is up 1-0. It was inevitable. The question I have is, who looks the most outmatched of all the teams I've seen so far? Is it Slovenia or Scotland? The answer is Slovenia. They look completely outmatched here by the Danes. Like, they cannot keep possession of the ball for 5 seconds. You got to be super tough to be a hockey player. They have like fighting part of that as part of that game too, which I think is kind of cool. Like, okay, they're fighting, so everybody just stand back and let them fight. Yeah, I think any person who's paying attention is concerned about the state of the world. America did a poor job in its mindless, reckless transition from moral and global hegemon to shitbag late stage capitalism. Shitbag military industrial complex. Our transition from shining city on the hill to shitbag military industrial complex. You were so mad at the Scotland Germany game. Well, I've watched some of every game except for Switzerland Hungary. I watched most of the game. Like I watched all the games except for Switzerland Hungary. And I'm least impressed by the Slovenians. Although they've got a chance here. Wow. Oh, they really had a chance. The Danes are going like, what the hell? What are you guys doing? To their own teammates. Here's Lewis Hamilton. He's English. Good for him. Oh, he was offsides anyway. Rach is going to be annoyed if I make too much soccer noise because she's sleeping. Well, I mean, national sovereignty means, obviously, legitimate understanding of things as foreign threats and protection against such, right? It's all legitimate, implicit in the idea of national sovereignty. I'm more concerned about the U.S. failing to represent its interests because of corrupting influences by China and Russia, for example, is much more of a concern. The Blue Baron, hello. Oh, cool. Hi, my beloved darling. Yes, I'm watching the Euros. I'm watching Slovenia lose to Denmark currently, but they're looking a little more lively after giving up that goal. Earlier, I watched Polandia lose to the Netherlands. No American sport is big outside of America. That's not true. Baseball is big in Japan. Well, I'm rooting for Slovenia because they're the underdogs. I'd say they're probably the biggest underdogs in the whole tournament. We're like the North Korea of sports. Okay, well, that's fine. We don't care about your international sports. We're a little too provincial to care about your high lie and polo and yacht racing, okay? We know you internationales loved your yacht racing, but we don't care. Who am I supporting this whole tournament? Well, I tend to support England in these kind of things. And the reason I support England is because England wants to be the winner of these tournaments so badly. And they never win. They're always the bridesmaid, never the bride. So I tend to root for them to be the bride. I'm rooting for England. That's my choice in this tournament. I'm supporting the Ings. Obviously, in general, I root for underdogs, but with soccer, I always root for the English. Boxing, there's a good international sport. America's sometimes good at it and sometimes not, depending on what it is, like, or who you're talking about. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao was not American, great boxer. Mike Tyson, great boxer, was American. Um, so you get a mix of different people being great boxers. Oh, Slovenia with the ball down. Oh, they had a moment's chance. How was the loss in the Super Bowl? I don't know. You mean San Francisco 49ers losing in the Super Bowl? I don't even really remember it. I'm not nearly as much of an NFL fan as I am a college football fan. Hi, Mikey Weiss, West Side. How are you? I'm Sigma. Hello to you. Hey, I'm Sigma with a capital A. Good for me. A lot of American chants in certain areas, sure. You know, you got your Mike Tyson, you got your Muhammad Ali, you got your big bad Jack Johnson from back in the day. I don't know. No, Link 1111. I don't think so, but I don't think definitely not. I just think that I don't have any reason to affirm that, right? You've been to Slovenia, it's unbelievably beautiful. I've never been to Slovenia. I have been to England before. My day is going well, Mikey. Thank you for asking. I've been to London. I've been to Stratford upon Avon. Those are two places in England that I've been. For those who don't know, Stratford upon Avon is where they have like Shakespeare stuff. It's like the Grand Canyon of Shakespeare. My mom was an English teacher, so when we went to England when I was like 18, we went there. You think England will ever become a U.S. state? No, definitely not. So Mitchell F420 is Scottish. I'm deducing from what he just said there. If I'm not mistaken, he's probably the one who asked me who I was going to pick in that first game, and I picked Scotland. I picked Scotland. I still feel like I'm part of it. I never agreed to the Revolutionary War. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still a British colony. Scotland are terrible. I like how Europeans use, they conjugate their teams as plurals. Like in America, we'd say Scotland is terrible. But in Britain, they say Scotland are terrible. But Scotland thinks they're going to beat Switzerland. I have no idea what the Bible's talking about. I'm not a Bibleist. I'm a Christian, but not a Bibleist. And you say, you Krooby? You Kroob? I don't know what that means. oh, wow. Almost a second goal for the Danes there. Slovenia looking a little porous on the defensive side as they almost own goal that in kind of a pinball ricochet moment there. Your fave, Molly, hello. So glad to hear you're almost back home in Alabama. Or I don't know. You can't believe it. That doesn't mean I don't know if you're happy about it or not. So off that corner kick, the Danes have a chance to head it towards goal, but miss. Aluminum, right? It's not aluminium. It's aluminum. YouTubey. What's YouTubey? I have no idea what YouTubey is. Daniel last one, he says Slovenia are gonna win. Am I Skivity? I'm Sigma, okay? Only Bombaclats are Skivity. Do I look like a Bombaclat? No, I pay my phantom tax. Pyow! Oh! Slovenia trying to get the ball. Hello, Holland. Holland, are you also known as the Netherlands? Oh yeah, I'm watching the England game. That's the big game of the day. That's the game, right? That everyone's waiting for. Really, Slovenia, Denmark, we're just killing time. I'm not mewing, okay? But I can tell you must be edging to this. That's what's coming next, right? Then I'm going to discover that your name is Mike. Last name is everywhere. Breathe if you want to. F-U-C-K. Hey, that spells a bad word, and this is a family show. Okay? This is a family show, Fred. So why don't you get your sweaty mind out of your sweaty gutter? Oh. I tell you, Denmark wants to do that to Slovenia. They appear to be trying their best. Okay, don't say edging. When I was a kid and my dad told me to edge, he meant get out the edger and cut the edges of the lawn. Now it means something dirty. What is this world coming to? Well, we had an edger when I was a kid, and there was 2 tasks in mowing the lawn. First you did the mowing, then you did the edging, you know? Son, you need to go out and do some edging was something that my father very well might have said. You look like you edged to Libby Dunn in an Ohio public restroom. One day, the USA will have a Mexican president of Canada. I agree. Slovenia on the breakout into Danish territory. Number 9 has the ball. A look at goal. He waits for the Dane defender to slide away out of his way, but now he's lost the advantage. And the Slovenians retain possession. However, they've lost any chance to score. And look who's here. It's George Vlasic, or as I like to call him, Doherty Vlasic. We always sound funny when we talk about football, you know. You think talk about football? The game I was watching earlier, I was watching with the commentators on, you know, and the guy's like, Poland really asking some questions, really putting the cat among the pigeons. I shit you not, that's what he said. Poland is really putting the cat among the pigeons. They're putting the cat among the pigeons? Are you sure? Who's the GOAT of soccer? It's not Pele or Ronaldo. It's Messi. Oh, I know what Sigma means. Sigma is the personality manifestation of once you've contracted ligma. Once you've contracted ligma, then you become sigma. If your sigma becomes too advanced, then it becomes skivity and you transition into a bombaclot. Once that happens, you have to pay double the phantom tax in Ohio until at last your GIAT becomes gigachad sufficiently that everybody says, I'm him. Switzerland is not real. Fair enough. That's not what Sigma means? You don't even know. You don't even know. Okay? So, no, you cannot have moderator. The Danes on the attack again in their crisp red outfits. They've centered the ball and tried to get it headed into the goal with one of their soccer players. Unfortunately, they failed to do so from their perspective. The Slovenians have kicked it away. Well, Denmark is probably going to win this game. It doesn't matter if you're a good boy or not. I don't need more moderators. I have moderators aplenty. Stop mogging to football. What's looks maxing? This is a filler match. Yeah, my team for the Euros is England. They play after this game. Oh, Slovenia. You can't hold on to the ball for even 5 seconds. Okay, Mikey, that's fine. Whatever. Poor Slovenia. They need more time on offense. I've not heard about looks maxing before, so have you heard about color blocking? It's a way of dressing, apparently. Am I Muslim? Oh, yeah. I'm so Muslim. So they call me Lou Alcindor Cassius Clay. That's my name. I changed it. It used to be Bob Stevens, but then I changed it to a Muslim name. I chose Lou Alcindor Cassius Clay. I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate. I did a line of coke off a pet chick's titty. Oh, yeah. I'm neither alpha nor beta. Apparently, I'm sigma. But Daryl Parker, listen. She might be curvaceous, but let's not body shame. Okay? Just because you're doing coke off her doesn't give you the right to body shame her. Let's be a little bit more gentlemanly than that, shall we? What the Sigma? And that's a good rule of thumb for you all in life. Just because you do a line of cocaine off of somebody doesn't mean you should body shame them. If anything, the opposite. It means you shouldn't body shame them. My wife doesn't want me to go kiss her right now. She's sleeping and or getting up to go to the bathroom. You know, I think she took some poop enhancement drugs last night, which is another word for laxatives. So she's probably going to be up and down pooping a bit this morning, I'm guessing. I wouldn't want to interfere with her process. I told you, yes, Khalud. I'm super Muslim. That's why I've taken the Muslim name Lou Cassius Alcindor Clay. Hopefully she's not going to poop in her pants. No. She's close enough to the bathroom. I think she can make it. No problem. Anyway, Slovenia finally gets a corner kick. Is this their first corner kick of the game? And they don't even kick it all the way in. They play it short. Barge into her room posing and yell, "What the Sigma? What the Sigma? What the Sigma?" That was onside, I say. Oh, that middle guy, he miskicked it so badly. You're going to have to do better than that, Slovenia, if you want a chance in this game. If your real name is Slovenia, are you sure you're not just an imitation Slovakia? They play tomorrow. Slovakia versus Belgium tomorrow, and then France versus Austria. So that's tomorrow's game. Slovenia, Slovakia. How can you even tell them apart? Are they right next to each other? If not, they should be. Mewing, part of face maxing, posture maxing, skin maxing, are all examples of looks maxing, always to improve your market value or attraction. Maxing looks, basically. Slovakia and Slovenia are not the same country. If they were, they wouldn't both be in the Euros. If you'd asked me that before, I would have said probably they're the same country. But apparently not. Apparently not. Tonga is not from Europe, are they? Happy Father's Day, Daniel. Puttycat's not the father to any humans. It means he's been involved in some horrible human-animal hybrid experiments. Yeah, it's true. That's why I'm fluidly transracial. So I get to look different. All right, you burb, Jonathan Earl. You burb all you want, bro. You burb your little heart out. So I'm not doing a lot of looks maxing. I mean, the thing is, you could easily enough think Slovakia and Slovenia are the same country. After all, Holland and the Netherlands are the same country, and both of them are occupied by the Dutch. What? If that's possible, then it's definitely possible that Slovakia and Slovenia could be the same country. Not anymore, Puttycat. Not anymore. Being a father was stressful when my daughter was younger, maybe. Although it was really just it was emotionally intense, you know. You love your child a very lot. My day is going fine, Gino. How's your day going? Right? But do you see what I'm saying, Doherty Vlasic? If in fact Holland can be the same as the Netherlands and both places be where the Dutch live, then definitely Slovakia and Slovenia could be the same place. They could both be where the Czechs live somehow, you know? No, I don't edge to anything. I either have regular sexual intercourse or don't. Those are the things that I do. Oh, I'm not going to confuse Serbia and Siberia. All right. They could be the same, I agree. But if they were, I'd want them both to also be the same as suburbia. Siberia and Serbia combined create suburbia. With the first half drawing to a close, the Danes have been extremely dominant and yet are still only up 1-0. The Danes are sometimes also known as the Denmarkians, the Doins, the Dons, the Dones, or the Dunes. Does Australia have a football team? I don't know. Hi, philanthropist. Greetings, Argentina. I was just saying, watching the Euros is just as good as the World Cup, except you need just Argentina and Brazil. If you had the Euros plus Argentina and Brazil, you basically have the World Cup. You don't need any other teams than that. Oh, kitty man. Is this Maury Povich's favorite day? Possibly. You are not the father. Don't forget Uruguay. I do like Uruguay a lot. Okay. Can we forget Honduras? Or do we need to remember Honduras as well when we're talking soccer? I think we have to forget either Uruguay or Honduras. Pick one of them to forget. If you have to forget one international soccer team and it's either Uruguay or Honduras, which one should you forget? What do you guys think? Hi, beautiful. How you doing?
Good. You know, I have been up and down because of my stomach. You're right.
I bet you haven't gotten much sleep.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it is.
So I've got a question for you. If you have to forget about one international soccer team, which should you forget about? Uruguay or Honduras?
Honduras.
I agree with you.
That's good. I'm glad we.
Remember the Uruguay. It's made half of non-dairy creamer and half of table, yes. The table needs to go outside. And its plan's destination is outside, it just hasn't made it all the way out there yet. While we're enjoying some halftime, assuming it's probably halftime now. Why don't I go turn the water on again for this troubled plant that I have that needs constant watering. I could just like put this here and call it ambience live stream. Nature ambience live stream. Are you enjoying the nature ambience? We got a little bit of like construction noise in the background, unfortunately. Let's see. This is like pleasant gardening scene. Well, good to get some watering done during halftime. May not be the most exciting content in the world, but you know, it's important work. Get a little watering done. We'll have soccer again soon enough. Put some water in here. Put some water in here. Do a little water there as well. Then I'll put the hose back in its default position, which is on this plant here. And then we can turn it off with our turning hand. Squirrels equal tree rats. Yeah, they're doing pretty well. They're coming along. I try to pamper them with attention. Hopefully they appreciate all of the thought and effort I put into their well-being. They're kind of like the cats. They get a lot more love than they deserve. Oh, yes. Okay, you deserve it all. Okay, you deserve all the love you get. Now, shoo. So, now we're back inside. It's halftime. It says first half possession was 64% Denmark, 36% Slovenia, but I find that hard to believe. I think Denmark had more possession than that. Thank you, Thomas Miller. I appreciate you coming in, my beautiful babies. I've got two more I need to put in the ground that are still not in the ground. But I need to go over to the other house and get my tools, which I left over there. Oh, kittiness. And here's my other kitty. I'm a two kitty person. My wife and I have two kitties. This is our good kitty. Why did I lock the door? How's the cat going to get back in? Through the cat door, if he were a reasonable kitty. Instead, he'll probably make me let him in through the front door. So those babies, Thomas Miller, just in case you're curious, they include the following strains, probably. I planted all of these strains, but only 5 of the 6 seeds came up, and I don't know which 5 of the 6 are which. I don't know which is which, but the following, I got that. I got it finally. Oh, yes, I did. She's had this, like, eye thing that I don't know what it is. Like, it was a scab or, like, eye goo or whatever. But anyway, I finally got it off of her. I feel so happy now. Isn't that better that you don't have that thing on you anymore? So, the strains are that I've planted there: Northern Lights, Jack Herrera, Gorilla Glue number 4, cherry pie, and something called Super Skunk that I got for free. The other ones, I bought those specific strains, right? And because I bought those specific strains, I got Super Skunk seeds for free. Still halftime on the soccer game, where Slovenia should be feeling pretty good about being down just 1-0, in my opinion, because they looked wildly overmatched by Denmark. Where does one even buy wheat seeds from? I just bought it from an online seed seller located in California. So they were from California to California. I figured that would minimize my possible problems. And, I don't remember exactly how many total seeds, but it ended up costing like $200 to get all the seeds I got. They're not super cheap, but it's worth it if you get a good harvest from them. And I got enough seeds to grow like 2 more times. Oh, yes. So special and important. Monthera Parker. Does your wife like you informing others of that? I think I'm going to take an approach of punishing your shitty attitude, Boba Fett. Maybe that'll help you have a better attitude. We'll find out. Let's find out whether Boba Fett benefits from a little negative reinforcement. Right, there are 2 kinds of reinforcement that one can provide, positive and negative. Boba Fett seems to be seeking correction. He wants structure. He needs that guidance. I'll stop being negative if you give me a big hug. I didn't think you were being negative. I thought you were being a little sweaty, perhaps, but didn't think that was being negative. Yeah, Boba Fett got himself skinnered. Normally, I'm not a behaviorist, but, when somebody's getting a little tantrumy, right, he needs a father figure. I have to make urine. I'm going to use my penis and my bladder this time. I'm going to just let it stream right out my penis. That's what I'm going to do with the urine today. A lot of days I just sweat it out of my pores. I'm like, why do I even bother, peeing it out of my body with my penis? I can just sweat it out of my pores. But Rachel frequently complains that I smell like piss when I do that. So I decided today I'm just going to pee it out the normal way. South soothsaying. Get your sooth said right. There. I can tell the future. You, sir, for a wee fee of 2 drachmas, I can tell you your future. Tell me my future. I don't have any drachmas, but if you tell me a future that includes you receiving drachmas, then maybe you'll get them. What do you complain about? I don't think you complain about anything, do you? I don't remember you complaining about anything. Did I say you complained about something? I don't think so. I tell you what we neither of us complain about is Julie. Julie's fantastic. Nobody could possibly complain about Julie. What do you think you complain about, Rachel? I don't think you complain about anything. Did I say you were going to complain about something? Oh, well, maybe you thought I was talking about you when I said, does your wife complain about you, man? Oh, right, I said Rachel complain, right. Say, when I choose to pee by sweating it out of my pores instead of using my penis, that you complain that I smell like piss. That's what I said. And I think that's a perfectly fair complaint of yours. You know. Okay, Eric, can you just use your penis to pee, please? I'm sure that is not about my pore piss, my sweating urine. Sooth. Say sooth and sooth say. All right, we're here at the beginning of the second half. Group C of UEFA's Euro 2024 on Fox Sports 1, in which the Danes of Denmark, sometimes called the Denmarkians, are playing the Slovenians of Slovenia. Sometimes called Slovakia's lesser known neighbor. The Danes are enjoying just a 1-0 lead here from Stuttgart Arena in Stuttgart, Germany. Despite getting the better of play throughout the first half by a substantial margin, in my opinion, Slovenia earns a foul here. They're going to get a free kick, and deservedly so. The Dane definitely fouled them. Slovenia has not seen a lot of the ball and very little of it in the Danish half of the field. So I think they should feel pretty good about being down just 1-0 right now. All right, let's bring up the chat here. Is Shea Langoliers in today's starting lineup? I don't know. I should have up in another tab, probably the A's game, when it starts, but I guess it hasn't started yet. Has not started yet. They are having a doubleheader today in Minnesota to make up for yesterday's rainout of the Athletics game. But let's see what time it starts. 11:10. The first game's not till 11:10, so. The Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road comes out June 18th. That's the same day that my Adderall comes out. of the closet. Will someone catch a goddamn ball? It's like it's like watching a bunch of tars trying to fuck a doorknob out there. That's an interesting analogy. Now, in the world rankings, Slovenia is like number 57, whereas Denmark's like, I don't know, like number 8 or something. Let me see what it said. Denmark's number 21. 57 versus 21. So Denmark obviously expected to win this game. Oh, yes. Daddy knows. And Daddy loves. You don't need to worry about either of those things. Those are the things that Daddy does. Daddy knows and Daddy loves. And Daddy pets. Oh, yes. Daddy loves and knows and pets so much. Yes, he does know and love and pet so much. Yes, he does. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I don't know. Pretty bad. Uh-oh, somebody got a red card. I mean, a yellow card. Sorry. He got a yellow card. He's wearing a red jersey, but he got a yellow card. Yeah, okay. I agree. I don't necessarily hate that call. Free kick now for the Slovenians. And one of the Denmarkians is now playing on a yellow card. So he's going to have to be careful. Hello, beauty. Hello, glorious friend. Yes, Daddy knows and Daddy loves. Slovenia gets the ball in the box. They're just going to get a throw in out of it. Denmark closes ranks pretty quickly there, prevents Slovenia from getting any kind of opportunity. But Mr. 11, number 11 for Slovenia, he got kicked right in the junk by that Danish player. Right in the penis, he got kicked. All right. Now, Slovenia throwing the ball in. Pow! Says number 13. He throws it right towards the middle. But Slovenia is not there to kick it in. It just landed right where Slovenia would have wanted it, but there was no Slovenian there. And then another throw in, not from the other side. It just like landed right in no man's land. Goalie was out of position, everything, but no Slovenian to take advantage. I'm reminded of Doctor Who What Wears analogy. Oh, yes, Daddy knows. And Daddy loves. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Daddy loves and Daddy love knows. Oh, Slovenia. Oh, Slovenia. So close. You were so close and yet so far. What channel up? There's some backyard wrestling on Guy's True Redneck Hillbilly stuff. Well, that might be fun to watch too. I'm watching soccer. Oh, so close. They had like 2 chances, Comedy Flu. Number 6 should have gotten that. Oh, number 6. How could you miss that? Yes, you're special. Yes, you're a special kitty. I don't think so, Daryl Parker. I think that's a new phenomenon and a gross one. Check over. No penalty. The Danes now have regained possession. Slovenia desperately trying to get a tying goal here and struggling to do so. It's just gross anyway. You're special too, Daniel. Yes, everyone is special. Everyone except me. I'm just regular. But everyone else is special. There needs to be somebody who's regular for everyone else to be compared against to be special. Uh-oh, yellow card flying out. Second yellow card of the match. Daryl, you're being gross. Okay? I'm just going to remove both those gross comments. We don't need to talk about sweaty, gross stuff. Ew, is what I would say to that. Just stop. Okay. I am a dad. It's true. Today is Father's Day. Therefore, it is a day for me. Will my daughter call me today? Probably. I expect Rachel will call her father as well. I might stop by the garage to say hi to my dad. He's in the garage right next to my mom, who's also in the garage. Both of them are boxes of ashes, but there you go. Okay, Daryl Parker. You are full of beans and rice. We need a timeout. Ooh, that was close. The Danes almost come up with a second goal there, but a good defensive play by the Slovenians prevented it. Oh, that's a falta. Slovenia basically just tackled that guy. Oh no, he just fell down super easy. Number 20 gave him a light, gentle elbowing in the back, and he just fell right down. Oh, kitty, wonderful. You're my wonderful kitty. Having wonderful times. Yeah, I agree. It's boring. The Danes have regained possession and they are threatening. Slovenia really would love to tie this. If they could walk away from this matchup with the Danes with a draw, they'd be thrilled, you know. But I don't think there's any chance of it. The Danes are just looking too much better than the Slovenians. Still just a 1-goal game. Anything could happen. Julie's nightmare. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's just a replay. All right, let's pull a few bowls. Kitty face here needs to sit someplace else. This is not a convenient place for you to sit, Kitty. Convenient for you because you get all the pets you want. Not convenient for me. What I need are, of course, soothing bong rips. Well, Kitty makes it hard for me to pull bong rips when Kitty sits right here, Putty Cat. Now you make me feel guilty about it. What kind of a Father's Day is this, Putty Cat? What kind of a Father's Day am I having if my cat child won't even get out of my way to let me pull a couple of bong rips? Huh? What kind of a Father's Day is that? Fine, Kitty, you can stay there. Fine. I'll just have to pull my bong rips over here. Oh, nice. Oh, almost a nice pass there by the Danish player to the other Danish player. However, it did trickle out of bounds. Okay, Kitty. No, she just cares about getting all the pets she wants. That's all she cares about. She wants so many pets. There. Good. Finally, she's gone. Thank you, Capio. Trouble's not even inside, so she's not bothered by him. Oh, let's go, Slovenia. Let's go. Oh, how terrible of you. That's Slovenia's ball. Slovenia's ball. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this so I don't get resin on my lips. Because I don't like getting resin on my lips. Remember, Putty Cat, that cat was born in bed next to me. And for her entire life, I've been smoking weed. So she's been exposed to more secondhand weed smoke than you can shake a stick at. And I can shake a stick at a lot of secondhand weed smoke. How do you do, Lightbow? Is unofficially on vacation. Well, is that called maternity leave that you're on? Is it called artichoke spinach dip extravaganza 2024? It's truly the artichoke spinach dip event of the summer. I'm also on vacation. Yes. True. School's out for summer. Yes, Daniel's on maternity leave. He was impregnated by Hulk Hogan. Don't know why it doesn't show you the top of my YouTube home screen lately. It used to be if I'm subscribed and if you're live, you'd show up at the top. Well, probably just changes in the algorithm. You know, the algorithm giveth and the algorithm taketh away. Ruben's pregnant, but only with pauses. He's pregnant with pauses. Daniternity leave. That's when Dan gets pregnant. Yeah. All right. I cleaned this, which means what? Means I'm ready to pull a bowl. I'll go taketh. I'll go giveth. I'll go taketh. I guess they've decided they no longer want to be prioritizing vertical streaming or something. But it still probably gets more viewers than horizontal. Ah, falta. I know this is soccer and not a horse race, okay? Now, I'm going to end this poll. I'm going to ask another poll in a second. Oh, very close. Oh, the Danes blow a golden opportunity. Oh, another shot at it. No good. Again, the Danes pressing hard on the Slovenian defense accomplished nothing. Slovenia still down by 1 goal. Eric, did I do my chores? No, I haven't really done any chores yet. I do have a couple of chores to do today, but I haven't done them yet. The Danes get called for the falta. It's not about who wins or loses. It's about the friends you made along the way. It's an excellent point. Do you swim in the river a lot? Random for you just charted himself. Well, yeah, you mentioned that. Thank you for clarifying a second time that's what happened. So, too bad for you. Change your underwear. When are you going to change your damn clothes? I just changed them yesterday. God. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. That can't be right. I'm pretty sure that's not right. Are you a father? On Father's Day. It's a Father's Day poll. Squiggles says, loading, loading, loading. Jesse the Body Ventura said that, and he was a wrestler. Said that when he was a wrestler. Oh. It's a good quote. I like it. It's a hilarious quote. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. All right, let's return now that we've got a new poll going on here. We'll let's return to, we're going to find out from the poll how many people are qualified to celebrate Father's Day. Now, still 1-0 in favor of Denmark. We're in the 68th minute of the game. So, about 25 minutes left probably with the stoppage time. Slovenia trying to make something happen here. They've been on their heels pretty much the whole game. Here from the lovely German town of Stuttgart, where they're playing soccer at the Stuttgart Soccer Stadium. Slovenia finally gets possession for a second, kicks it away from the Danes, regains possession. Oh, that's got to be a Danish foul. No foul calls? Wow, I would have thought that one was a foul. It wasn't. I'm not a big foul lover. I like the way this game's being officiated. I like the way the whole tournament's been officiated so far. There hasn't been as much pretending and stuff as usual. But that probably should have been called a foul. Danes happy to have it not called. Now retain possession. Regain possession. And now Slovenia has possession for a second. But as usual, it lasts for just 5 seconds. But this time they're bailed out by a makeup call. So the call is called this time, probably shouldn't have been. Wasn't called last time, probably should have been. Fair enough. Slovenia is going to be happy with the free kick on the Danish half of the field. The referee is saying, take your kick already, mister. Take your kick. And they do. They pass to number 13 into the middle. He sends it down towards the goal, but it finds the head of a Danish defender. Now the Danes have regained possession, and they're marching right up into the Slovenian heartland with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. Exciting action here from Stuttgart today. Is soccer the most boring sport? No. This is a depressing fatherhood story. Oh. It's a depressing story about someone's access to a child being taken away after they established a long relationship with them. It's horrible. What a depressing story. Good afternoon, Daryl Parker. Good afternoon. Do they sometimes call you Daryl Parker the Tidings Harker? If not, I think they should. Rachel has been making trips to the bathroom like every 15 minutes now. So obviously her poop facilitation measures were effective. I don't know if she did one or both of the possible poop facilitation measures, because there are two. You've got stool softeners and you've got laxatives. Those are different. You escaped Michigan? You escaped Michigan to go to Florida? Hmm. The Denmarkians have the ball again with time ticking away in this game. 72 minutes on the clock. Thank you so much, Daniel Baswani. You and your poo are greatly appreciated. I want you to know that. You're a wonder and a majesty. The Denmarkians, yes. Denmarkians are people from Denmark. They're playing against the Slovenians from Slovenia. Too damn cold in Michigan and taxes are too high. Well, fair enough, Footy Cat. Fair enough. They're called the Danes, okay? The Danes. Or the Danonians, they're sometimes called. The Danonians, the Denmarkians, and the Danes, sometimes pronounced the Danes. Danishes are a kind of pastry. They're getting it wrong. Slovenians were totally offsides on that regardless. They were just so wildly offsides, it's like they didn't even know what the offsides rules were. That's how offsides the Slovenians were. Very offsides. The goal of Rawliganism is to have calm yet cheerful celebration of soccer. It's a response to hooliganism. Well, good job, Denmark. I appreciate that. I'm not going to move to West Virginia, okay? Doesn't look that way. I'd take the raspberry Danish over apple. I could ask a poll question. Which would you rather eat? A Danish or a person from Denmark? Rachel's already determined that it's not astrologically compatible with us. Thanks, Brad Stover. Happy Father's Day to you too. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, Slovenia was this close to tying it up. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. What a strike. So close. Hits the goalpost. Oh my God. That was almost tie game. That was by far Slovenia's best moment of the game. Oh, goal! Goal! Slovenia! Oh my God! Goal! Goal, Slovenia! Well, Daryl Parker, maybe you should eat a little bit less ass. You thought about that? Wow, it turned out to be an exciting soccer game, Putty Cat. Soccer game. Wow. Slovenia, they almost had the goal on the last great strike. This one took a deflection off the Danish player and into the goal. Wow. Exciting. Exciting stuff. I mean, if money wasn't an issue, everything was the same price everywhere. I'd live right where I'm living right now, I think. I don't feel any particularly compelling reason to move. But, I mean, it might be a good financial decision to rent properties in California while living in a different state. Wow, what is going on? What has happened to Denmark? Denmark is just falling apart at the seams all of a sudden as Slovenia is looking like the aggressor on the front foot 100% here. What in the world is going on? How's life going, Eric? I honestly would like to know. It's going well. I'm enjoying the European soccer tournament called UEFA Euro 2024. And it's I really like international soccer tournaments. Newsom is pretty well castrated within the state at this point. I don't think anybody loves Newsom, you know. The thing is, it's like if I were running a business in California, I'd have much greater concerns about the financial aspect of California. The thing is, the high taxes stuff that impacts most of all businesses. Second of all, people earning salaries or wages, not really so much people living off existing money, right? And property taxes for homes are actually not outrageously high in California, thanks to Proposition 13. That's one area of taxes that aren't that bad. So for me, California, it still has a high cost of living in terms of the prices of stuff is higher than it is in other states, but I'm not as impacted by the costs of the state as some other people are. Yes, Slovenia has a chance to win. It looks like they're. Oh no, it's a Danish corner or a Slovenian corner. It's Danish corner, okay. And ooh, they get a header on goal, saved by the Slovenian goalkeeper. Would I say that California is a great place to retire? I mean, what I would say is I really like this house in this neighborhood, you know? I really like this house in this neighborhood in this county. Oh my gosh, Slovenia! Slovenia! Oh, into the side of the net. Oh. Wow, Slovenia has turned this around incredibly, insanely. They are looking like the better squad all of a sudden, and and having the better chances. I'm not sure if that touched the Danish goalkeeper or not. Doesn't look like it did. You have a great Father's Day too. I mean, I that's the truth of it. Rachel and I spend so much time inside, right? Watching TV, doing this. I'm watching TV and live streaming at the moment. All right, you have a great day, Brad Stover. You go do your thing. You rock your rocks. You roll your rolls. You make yourself into a pole. It's like, why do I love this place? This house is super soundproof, super well insulated, stays hot, stays warm, stays cool. It's got excellent feng shui or whatever. It moves. You move through the house really smoothly and easily. It's got these great chairs. It's got this great setup here with this massive television that I can sit back here and watch. And and the weather is like we don't spend a lot of time outside, right? But the weather's a good mix of things. We get some snow in the winter, but it's not like serious hardcore winters. Um, it we have plenty of nice time in the summer and stuff, but it's not so wet around here that it's overwhelmingly buggy, right? It's kind of a bit of a deserty forest, a deserty mountains. And there are plenty of advantages to that. Sure, one of the disadvantages is we do get little scorpions up here. But we kind of got, as far as outside goes, the best of all possible worlds, which is we've got a little bit of land, just an acre, not too much to take care of, but enough to make you feel like you got your own space, right? We're in an isolated neighborhood, but we've got all the possible services we could want. It's like everything is just what you want it. It's the right combination of rural, but still connected to urban centers that aren't that far away, you know? So my take on good places to go is find a good place and go there. You have to go to the places and see if they're a good place. You have to factor a lot of stuff in. We got really lucky. We didn't know what we were looking for when we moved. Not really. But Rachel knew that this place was astrologically compatible for us. So that helps. That helped lock it in. Once I realized that she was actually serious about this. Like, oh, wait, you're serious. You want us to consider this factor when deciding where to move from your astrology.com app. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're considering that. And you know what? How good was it to consider, given that, in fact, we really like this place a lot? I think I can speak for Rachel when I say we are very happy where we are. We love this house. We love this little neighborhood. We love our little wilderness car. The house is just beautifully set up for us, like with the cat doors, the garage, just really smartly set up. We never run out of hot water. We got a super big hot water heater. We've got fiber internet, you know. That doesn't come with the house, but it is available according to the neighborhood, right? Not every neighborhood has it available to them. So there's a lot of reasons why we specifically like right here. And it's not necessarily an endorsement of here, although I would endorse this county. It's a good place to live, a very nice place to live. I would also say that it's such a confluence of specifics that it's hard to generalize from it. Kylie Edwards, happy Father's Day to you too, whether you are a father or you have a father. Or even if you're an orphan, you can still celebrate Father's Day. Even if you're a childless orphan. I'm an orphan myself. My parents went and orphaned me. Mariposa County is a conservative county, that's true. It's a very conservative county. In some ways. You might call it libertarian in other ways. Yes, Putty Cat, I think it's appropriate. I think if you are not a father, you should just treat it like Cinco de Mayo. It's just the same as Cinco de Mayo if you're not a father. Oh my God. How is it that Slovenia is putting the pump on the Danes here? Bumpty. Hi again. Do you remember me from yesterday? Name sounds kind of familiar, I guess. Not exactly, but I believe you were here yesterday. I don't think you're lying about your presence. So, congratulations. I believe you were here yesterday. Putty Cat, I do remember you. I'm not sure if it was from yesterday. It may have been from some other occasion that I remember you. That Danish fan has on a hat that says Danish Dynamite. With in the 89th minute, you've got a tie game between Slovenia and Denmark is looking like they're just falling apart. They had the ball right there and just kicked it directly way over the guy's head out of bounds. Slovenia with the throw in is looking not just to maybe just walk away from this with a tie, but possibly even win this game. Denmark's calling in a replacement for Mr. Hajurelmand. Number 21, Mr. Hajulmand, has been subbed out. Slovenia still on the front foot, as they say, making progress into Danish territory now, but now it's going round and around in the middle of the field. These guys, those guys, the other guys have it, they're playing that game. Slovenia, though, still looking more like the aggressor in this last bit of this football game, as they say in Europe. Call it football. We call it soccer, of course. Now, oh my goodness. Oh, go in there, shoot it. And then Slovenia in good position, completely turning this thing around such that the Danes don't even know what's going on. They said, weren't we kicking ass in this game a second ago? What's going on? They don't even know what's going on. Oh, not a bad shot, just sailed on the Slovenian. I think at this point, Denmark's going to take a breath of relief when they walk away with this with a draw. Slovenia has earned this draw for sure. This is no fluke. The last 20 minutes or so of this soccer game has belonged to the Slovenians. So, pretty shocking result. The Danish fans are looking concerned. Slovenians are looking satisfied, feeling a little smug, feeling like, hey, we were a lot better than Eric said at the beginning of the game. First half, I thought, wow, this is the worst team I've seen so far, Slovenia. Now they look a lot better than that. Oh, but they almost give up a late chance to the Danes. And Denmark is going to walk away from that thinking, gosh, I wish we had scored a goal from that one. Unfortunately, Mr. Number 12 could not quite get his head on it. And as a consequence, he did not go into the goal. Slovenians are celebrating. The Danes are looking tense. Slovenia up, going to give up the ball to the Danish again. Denmark throws it in. Yes, people from Denmark eat a lot of Danishes. They're called Denmarkians. The number 2 maybe, Denmarkian, it's headed out to the wing. He's going to kick it in towards the middle of the field. He kicks it over there, and then it's headed away by the Slovenian. But Slovenia is still in some danger, but Denmark kicks it out of bounds for a goal kick for Slovenia. I wonder, are Great Danes a popular breed of dog in Denmark? Maybe. Maybe they are. There's one player on the Denmarkian team who looks like Lurch from the Addams Family. Slovenia still thinking maybe we have a last second chance of winning this game. But Denmark clears the ball. Slovenia backs it. It's like heading it with your back to the. These are not Slovakians. They're Slovenians. Okay? There's a difference between Slovenia and Slovakia. Yes, they both like coleslaw a lot. Slovenia decides to sub in a couple players with 20 seconds left in the stoppage time as a way of just eating clock. Now number 14 and number 23 run in for the Slovenians. They say, hey, it's our turn to play. Unfortunately, there's like 0 seconds left. So it's at 94-18. There was 4 minutes of stoppage time added, so it should be over, but they've added a little extra stoppage time to account for the subs. And then as the Slovenians planned, time runs out. And it's a tie game. Slovenia won, Denmark won. Pretty shocking result, I'd say. Pretty shocking result, especially given how outmatched Slovenia looked in the first half. I don't know what happened in the second half of the second half, but Hollandaise sauce is from Denmark, and the Netherlands is populated by the Dutch, whereas Deutschland is in Czechoslovakia. Am I a good father if I'm always helping my stepsister when she gets stuck in the washing machine? Good question. Those are the kind of questions we don't have any real answers to. Well, they call it a match game in Europe, Booty Cat. They call it a match game contest. Do I like slaws? Not especially, but I don't mind slawing things. My prediction is that Spain's going to win the Euros. My rooting favorite is England. I'm rooting for England. But I agree. I think Spain is going to win the Euros, but I don't want them to. They already won the Women's World Cup, so you have enough wins, Spain. You don't need any more winning. And now we're all making a circle of solidarity. We are the Denmarkians. We're not happy with this draw, but we're making a circle anyway. Meanwhile, we Slovenians, we are very happy because we have got a draw that nobody expected us to get because we're like the shittiest team in the whole tournament. Hooray for us. That's what's happening right now on, as they say in Europe, the soccer pitch. They don't say soccer, they say pitch. That's what they mean when they mean field when they say that. Oh yeah, you're clapping, but really you're not happy. Why? Because you're the coach of Denmark. It was a tie. Liam Miki. It was a tie. The Slovenians shocked the Danes by coming back to tie them. The Danes are like, what just happened? There's a guy who looks like Lurch. This guy, look at this guy. He totally looks like Lurch from the Addams Family. Let me show him to you. This guy. Ah, I'm not happy we tied Slovenia. That's what he's saying. Well, I think I'm going to end this stream. I may start another stream when it's time for the England versus Serbia game in an hour. Until then, I wish you all a very fond and favorable adieu.